Hey, this is Obelisk speaking, doing a One Piece chapter 1047, and this is just my opinion piece because we're late. And we start off with the beautiful cover page, and we see Momonosuke is being written by Frankie, and he appears to be examining his flames. I guess it's interesting, and we see Nami, and we see all beautiful Robin here. Baroque is just peeping. He's pretending to be asleep and peeping. Jinbei is Jinbei. Oh, and I guess Zoro's giving a hot dog to Momonosuke. And we start off this with a pseudo Momonosuke. The pressure's on for Momonosuke, and he's getting a flashback of how this transcribed. And we see the scabbard. I think the scabbard has been one of the biggest disappointments of this arc. And we see them begging, "Oh, we want to fight. You already lost the battle. You were practically useless in the entire fight. What did they accomplish but being in the way through this entire fight, even from the beginning with Odin? Like, can Kinemo really fight one-on-one with King? Like, I don't think so. So he's saying, "Oh, we'd rather die, have another chance to fight." So I guess Momonosuke understands the convictions here, and Momonosuke's mother sends him off. So he actually does start to pull the thing, which is good. And then right where we left off, where even Kaidou states that you grab lightning, ridiculous, and he throws lightning. Kaidou dodges, so Kaidou can dodge lightning, and he hits Luffy. He clobbers him. Luffy catches lightning and starts spinning. This is all Looney Tunes style here. And Kaido says something very interesting, which I think is foreshadowing something. He states, "Abilities alone cannot conquer the world. The world is convenient that way." So the world is convenient the way that even if you have the most powerful devil fruit, it doesn't guarantee you victory. Because there's something else that exists because of Haki. Roger did, and he pretty much, Kaido confirms Roger had no fruit powers. Roger did not have any fruit powers because Haki alone can transcend all. And this is very important right here. Kaido stating because only Haki can transcend all. That means Roger was fighting against the most powerful people with devil fruits, and all he used was Haki and his sword. That means, in a way, and if you think about it, Haki does negate some of the Logia abilities, the intangibility, which makes him very special. So if you think about this, Kaido's pretty much stating that the dominant power is Haki, not devil fruit. Because you have to remember, devil fruits were created, but I'm pretty sure that before the devil fruit was created, Haki was still in use. Haki was still being used by people. Could have devil fruits been created to counter Haki? Well, they're not doing that great of a job, in my opinion. But then again, Haki is a very rare thing now. So it's strange here. But this statement is really powerful. It elevates Shanks, it elevates Mihawk, it elevates Rayleigh, and especially Roger. Because those guys, as far as we know, are Haki predominant. They're not devil fruit predominant. So this is very interesting right here. And he just clobbers Luffy so hard right here. Luffy tries to block for the first time in his form. He's been taking these attacks, but he's unsuccessful. He does a new attack, Thunder Bagua, Destroyer of Death. And this is one of the 5 Buddhas. And apparently he has another one that's supposed to be the strongest Buddha. And we see Luffy lose teeth and completely, this hit hurt him. And Luffy grabs Kaido and stretches. And you see how he's stretching the skin, so it's AoE best. And the fight still continues. Kaido's trying to get him off, but Kaido then says you just give away your permission. And it appears Luffy's still weak to slashing attacks, which also kind of puts Shanks and Mihawk in a very, very favorable position here. Luffy's getting cut. He's bleeding out the mouth, so he's being injured badly. And then we go back to the flower capital for some reason, and this segment is like, it's pretty dumb because they're finally releasing. They've been releasing these things for like 30 chapters now. And they're pretty much, they have no hopes of victory. They pretty much say, oh, when tomorrow comes, we're going to be slaves again. And they're pretty much say, I hope I get to live another year. This very, I guess, very disappointing in the people. Maybe that's why Kaidou doesn't like these people, in a way. And then we see Luffy getting blast breath, getting smoked. And then we see the guys fighting inside Onigashima. And they're pretty much realizing if Luffy wins, they're going to plummet to their deaths, which is doubtful, very doubtful. And they're pretty much saying, oh, don't worry about us, we're ready to die. And my expression is the same as Eustace Kid, like disgust, like what the hell, losers, just die already. And we see the most disappointing part of this chapter is, how is this dude alive? Like, why does Oda keep doing this? This would have been a perfect scenario death for Orochi, dying by Hiyori's hands. This would have been so fitting for her. Like, it would have elevated her character to incredible levels, and this would have been a fitting end to Orochi. But yet, for some reason, some vibrations remove the Kairoseki stone. He's still burning, and he's pretty much saying, oh, I'm going to take you with me. Why is he not dead? Like, seriously. What? I'm having my doubts he's gonna die at all. Period. No one's gonna die in this arc. No one has died in this arc. Like, it's all been implied. And then we see with the final page, Luffy once again declaring, I'm going to put an end to all this. But Onigashima, Luffy has declared this before, and has been very disappointing. When he told the guys, oh, head down, I got this, he got defeated. When he came back up, he got defeated once again. So now Luffy's being bold here. I'm hoping this is not how it ends. He just pulls a giant punch. This punch is bigger than Onigashima, no, it's on par with Onigashima. It's pretty much the same size as Onigashima. Yeah. So this is one of Luffy's biggest attacks. Period. And he's grabbing Kaidou, so I'm thinking he's going to use him as a battering ram. He's going to do like a Gatling single punch, mega punch or something like that. And I'm really hoping this is not how it ends, because this would be very disappointing. I'm really hoping Kaidou, straight up in the beginning of this sequence, he stated that Haki was supreme. So, what does this mean? Because only Haki can transcend all. He stated this. And kudos to Kaidou here. You see how Kaido's using Luffy's ability. He hits him, so Kaidou knows that Luffy's going to bounce back because of his rubber bit. So he's waiting for him. And this is when he does the Destroyer attack. The Destroyer of Death. Thunderbago Destroyer of Death. Kudos to Kaidou there. And Kaidou once again in dragon form. And I'm wondering, why does he keep transforming between dragon form and this form? I'm curious to that. Maybe this dragon, his full dragon form, has some superior regenerative abilities, and that's why he keeps transforming back into it. So, is this the end of Kaidou? I don't know. I'm really hoping not, because Oda did state that a long time ago, because he might not even remember. He might bite his own words. But he stated that the audience would be disappointed if Luffy just defeated Kaidou with one giant punch. And this is looking at one giant punch. And I'm really hoping it doesn't come that, because I would be disappointed. And I guess majority of the audience would be also disappointed. What I'm thinking is that Kaido is about to show some next level Haki feats. Potentially. Because there's also Awakening. But then, because Kaidou seems to know a lot of Awakening, implying he has an Awakening. But then again, we also say that Haki transcends all. he's elevating Haki above all. So I'm thinking his next attack is gonna be like some Haki on steroids, the final Buddha deity attack, which is supposed to be the strongest one. I'm thinking he's gonna counter this in some shape or form. Is he gonna win? I don't think so. Not anymore. I really would hope Kaidou to win because this would change the dynamic of the story completely. But I highly doubt it's gonna come to this. So he's putting, and the other segment here, he's telling Momo to move the island. I believe in you. Some crap like that. Very cringeworthy. Yamato amazed as always. He's gonna punch through the whole island, pretty much. So my other opinion here is, how much more time does Luffy have with Gear 5? Because I'm pretty sure this ginormous punch is exhausting his ability to the very limits. I'm not sure if Luffy can pull something else out of this anymore. I'm not entirely sure here. He might not be able to. Because Luffy's his fruit is ridiculous, but Kaido has been countering his fruit every turn of the way. It's like Kaido keeps getting hit and hit by all these attacks, throwing lightning at him, and Kaido is just like, no, Haki is supreme. Like, get with the meta. And because Oda also did say that Kaido was really strong, and he didn't know he didn't know exactly how would Luffy be able to defeat him, because just how strong he envisioned Kaido to be. And not to mention, and now I'm starting to have my doubts. I'm starting to have my doubts if we're gonna have a full flashback of Kaido, because it's looking like it's not gonna happen. Potentially, is that I would be disappointed. But then again, Kaido knows a lot of secrets, so maybe he's saving it for later because it would be too revealing. Because remember, Oda doesn't normally follow the trend of giving flashbacks, because there have been exceptions to the pool of characters we get flashbacks. Crocodile is the first. We didn't get no flashback, but then we also understand why. Crocodile has a lot of secrets that we are privy to. Crocodile knew Whitebeard. Crocodile knew Ivanko. So there's a lot of things Oda didn't want to spoil with Crocodile, and that's why we didn't get a flashback from him, potentially. Eneru. We did not get a flashback from Eneru. And the reason why, potentially, is because Eneru is an important character for the future. And he probably is tied to some things that relate to the end game of One Piece, and that's why we didn't get a flashback. And now we definitely know Kaido is tied to endgame information of the story, and potentially we are not going to get a flashback. That's why we've been getting like mini flashbacks, just like snippet flashbacks, and those flashbacks are important. The Big Mom flashback, when we finally see her. That's pretty much it. But other than that, I'm really hoping it doesn't end like this. At this point, I don't know if Orochi is gonna die ever in the show. Like, I highly doubt it. And kudos to the latest chapter of One Piece, the episode. That shit was it was just like, it was immaculate. It was like beautiful. That episode was like beyond expectations here. I'm really hoping Yamato joins the crew at this point, because it would be so disappointing if she didn't. Because it would be a waste of her character to stay behind Onigashima to serve this loser Momonosuke. I'm gonna be honest, it would be a waste of her character. It would be better off if she just goes off on her own, or Period just joins either Law or Kid. I would prefer Law, because Law is kind of broken, so he probably doesn't need the extra muscle. But I'm hoping she does become like Odin, where he forcefully joins the crew, even though Luffy doesn't want it, because it would be such a disappointment. I'm really hoping my little Yamato here joins the crew. Anyway, that's it. Thanks for watching. This is an impressive chapter. Some disappointing parts, in my opinion. The whole samurai accepting their deaths, very ridiculous here at this point. None of you have died. Like, what are you talking about? Kaidou has suffered more men lost than you guys. Like, shut the hell up. The whole Orochi thing, oh my god, why is this plot point still going? This is so disappointing. The Momonosuke power-up flashback is kind of ridiculous because, especially with the scabbards here resolved, they have done nothing. They have been a negative to the whole raid. A negative, I tell you. Anyway, thanks for watching. Peace out and have a nice day.